What could light up a winter sky, stun a small town, and leave witnesses from mayors to nuns grasping for answers? Picture January 11th, 1966, in Wanaque, New Jersey, where a glowing, silent object dances over the frozen Wanaque Reservoir, casting an eerie spell over the Ramapos Mountains. Known as the Roswell of the Ramapos, this mass UFO sighting gripped a community, sparked breathless headlines, and fueled debates that still burn bright. Was it an alien craft, a secret military test, or a trick of the Earth itself? Step into that crisp night, feel the chill of the unknown, and follow the trail of lights that turned a quiet burrow into a cosmic mystery. This is the story of the Wanaque Reservoir UFO, and it's a tale that'll hold you tight until the stars fade. In the heart of Passaic County, Wanaque, a borough of about 10,000, nestles among the rugged Ramapos Mountains, just 30 miles from Manhattan's glow. On that cold Tuesday evening, January 11th, 1966, darkness cloaked the valley, the reservoir's ice reflecting only starlight. At 6:30 p.m., Patrolman Joseph Sisko cruised along when his radio crackled with urgency, a glowing light, possibly a fire, over the reservoir. The dispatcher's next words froze him. People in Oakland, Ringwood, Patterson, Totowa, and Butler claim there's a flying saucer. Sisko pulled into a sandpit near Raymond Dam, his eyes locking on a pulsating white light, softball size from where he stood, shifting to red, green, and back to white, hovering silently. No noise, just light, he later told reporters, his voice thick with wonder, as if the sky itself had paused to watch. He wasn't alone. Mayor Harry T. Wolf, Councilman Warren Hagstrom and Arthur Barton, and the mayor's 14-year-old son, Billy, were headed to burn the borough's Christmas trees when they caught wind of the reports. They veered to the sandpit, joining Sisko. Billy spotted it first, a brilliant oval-shaped object 2 to 9 feet wide, gliding low over the ice like a star unbound. It didn't flicker, just glowed, changing colors, he said, describing its strange, rocking motion, almost playful. His father called it terribly strange, a sentiment shared by hundreds of residents who stepped onto porches or pressed faces to windows, transfixed. Across town, a mother superior and her nuns at a convent stood in awe, their prayers interrupted by the same vibrant hues. The object swayed, darted side to side, then shot upward, blending into the starry night, leaving Wanaque buzzing with questions. The sightings didn't stop there. On January 12th, Patrolman Jack Wardlaw, in the Stonetown section, saw a bright white disk hovering 1,000 feet above Lily Mountain, near his home. Not a helicopter, not a plane, not a comet, he insisted, describing its lateral dart. A sudden stop, then a vertical climb before vanishing toward Ringwood. Sergeant David Sisko, patrolling the previous evening, watched it glide, then streak faster than a jet before rising. Reservoir guard Charles Theodora, a former policeman, joined Sisko atop the dam, witnessing a cylinder swaying back and forth. I didn't believe in UFOs, Theodora said, but this was breathtaking. I'll never forget it. The silence was what unnerved them. No hum, no roar, just a mute presence defying logic. Radar was later installed atop the dam, but it never caught the phenomenon again. By late December 1966, a second wave hit, culminating in a stunning event. Claude Coutant, a 46-year-old factory worker from Butler, captured 5 photographs, including a now iconic beam shot. Kept private for decades, these images showed a funnel-shaped light with a beam projecting downward, stopping abruptly above the water, where a dark, cube-like shape seemed to hover. Reservoir Police Chief John Casaza, watching nearby, described a blinding white light with an overturned boat shape on the far shore, where figures moved in the dead of winter, an impossible sight for a frozen reservoir. Officer Fred Steens saw a bolt of light shoot down, as if drawn to the water. The photos, later revealed by a Wanaque woman, stunned researchers with their clarity, showing details like the beam's sharp cutoff, unseen in earlier accounts. Theories swirled like the lights themselves. The Pentagon, through Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, dismissed it as Venus and Jupiter in a rare alignment, a claim locals laughed off. Venus doesn't sway or shoot beams. The Air Force suggested a weather balloon or helicopter, but the object's speed and silence ruled those out. Wanaque's proximity to Stewart Air Force Base, 60 miles away, sparked rumors of a secret military test, perhaps a prototype drone or laser experiment. The reservoir's role as Newark's water supply added intrigue. Some speculated the object was drawn to the water's purity or electromagnetic properties. UFO researchers, like those from the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena, argued it was extraterrestrial, citing the photo's beam and the object's physics-defying moves. Others, like local geologists, proposed Earth lights from tectonic stress in the Ramapos, a theory explaining similar sightings globally, but not the cube or figures. The human stories add weight to the mystery. Mary Aylward, a Wanaque housewife, saw the object while putting her kids to bed, its light so bright it cast shadows through her curtains. She called it like nothing on Earth. A group of teens on Lakeside Avenue watched it hover for 20 minutes, one later writing in a school essay, "It felt like it was watching us back." The Wanaque sighting wasn't isolated. Similar reports came from Ohio, Michigan, and New Mexico that year, part of a 1960s UFO wave. Yet Wanaque stood out for its scale. Nearly 1,000 witnesses, including police, officials, and clergy, reported it, as did newspapers like the Patterson News and the New York Times. The Air Force's dismissive report, issued weeks later, only fueled suspicion of a cover-up, especially after Project Blue Book labeled it unexplained. Some claimed photos were confiscated, though Coutance's images survived, hidden by his family until the 1990s. The aftermath left Wanaque changed. The borough became a pilgrimage site for UFO enthusiasts, with night watches of the reservoir continuing into the 1970s. Locals like Casaza, who served 25 years, never wavered in their accounts, insisting, "We saw what we saw." The photos, analyzed by groups like MUFON, remain among the clearest UFO evidence from the era, though skeptics note their late release raises questions. The reservoir, a 2,300-acre marvel built in 1928, still supplies water to millions, its dam a silent sentinel of that night. No physical evidence, metal, debris, or radiation, was found, but the sighting's consistency and credible witnesses defy easy dismissal. The Ramapos Mountains, with their history of oddities like the Jackson Whites, seem to cradle secrets, and Wanaque's UFO cemented its place as a cosmic enigma. What makes this story so gripping is its collision of ordinary life and the extraordinary. A small town where kids played and families gathered became a stage for something beyond comprehension. The witnesses, cops, kids, nuns, weren't chasing fame. They were shaken, their worldviews upended. The photos, with their eerie beam and cube, hint at technology or forces we can't grasp. Was it aliens, a military experiment, or the Earth itself playing tricks? The Roswell of the Ramapos endures because it asks us to look up and wonder, to question what's possible in the quiet of a winter night. To explore the world of the Wanaque UFO, visit the Wanaque Borough Hall, where local archives hold clippings and oral histories for 1966. The Passaic County Historical Society in Patterson preserves records of the region's mid-20th century life, capturing the era's atmosphere. The Ringwood Manor, a historic estate nearby, offers a glimpse into the Ramapos past, tying the area to its industrial and cultural roots. These sites anchor you to the night. Wanaque look to the stars. As we leave the reservoir's edge, imagine standing under that 1966 sky, the glowing object swaying above, silent yet alive. The Wanaque UFO is a radiant chapter of Northeast lore, a moment when a town glimpsed the unknown. Was it a visitor from beyond, or a secret closer to home? Let us know in the comments. What do you think it was? Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Northeast legends. Stay curious, and maybe keep a camera ready by the Wanaque's waters. Thanks for watching.